Hi everybody, my name is Barry John. Welcome back to Descent 3 Retribution. I have 3 co-pilots today, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Laylite, and I was not prepared for this.
I'm Solitaire. I'm Solitaire, and I'm in for the long haul.
And I'm Speedball, recently revived from cryogenic suspension, and very confused about what's going on.
It was nice of them to not introduce a thief bot till level 2.
Oh no!
Oh,
Acid
good.
rivers.
Oh, good. We finally have a sewer level in Descent. Good.
Took them 3 games.
So
this is not the Pyro GX, but it looks similar. What do they call it?
I don't remember. It's the Pyro.
So, a quick note about the end of level 1. We had to destroy a grate to fly out of an area and then into the sky, but we had access to the skybox earlier in the level, so I don't know what was up with that.
If you don't fly out through that grate, the end of level flag doesn't trigger.
Huh.
Sure, we'll go with that.
So, welcome.
So we're trying to find a scientist now, I suppose.
Yep.
And it looks like the environments are a little less square now.
It looks like we might run into Burricks if we're not careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thief 1 was a little geometry-y, yeah.
When I had heard that the dwarves dug too deep, I don't think this is what they were talking about.
Oh yeah, space dwarves. Deep Rock Galactic, here we come.
I'm sure they won't need those explosive barrels for anything.
Yeah, the red and blue lines there. One is coolant and the other is heatant. I stole that joke from Borderlands 3.
So, we are playing this game, and that little cave section brings up one of my extremely large gripes about this game. The geometry is... There will be times where I am literally caught between geometry on one end and melee enemies that are literally pinning me up against the geometry, and I can't get out.
Yeah, normally in other games, like, that still happened to an extent, but you would have smoother surfaces and you'd be able to slide out. I'm already getting the impression with all these pipes jutting out that they cared a lot more about setting the scene than necessarily the gameplay implications of having all this stuff lying around.
Yeah.
We'll have to just see how that comes into play later, though, I guess.
So is that a reflection of yourself in that glass earlier, or
Yep.
is that just... Okay.
Yeah, it's a new physics toy.
If you were here for level 1, and I'm assuming you're going to see the video when I release it, I actually take some time to admire my reflection in a mirror.
Excellent.
And this entire room was just to hold a 4-pack of homing missiles.
And to show off this new 3D model of industrial equipment.
Yeah.
So we're still going to see that classic Descent door every now and then, but I guess they're going to try and blur the lines between individual segments, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the doors we just have to blow up. Wow. And we just died.
Yep.
We're going to get to see that a lot, apparently.
Because
And we're being attacked by cop robots, because now we're fighting against the man.
Yes, actually.
Looks like
So I guess there's probably some basic safeguards in place to make sure you don't, like, get telefragged as soon as you respawn, but otherwise, it just kind of seems to throw you into the mix.
Well, as I said...
Doesn't seem...
You were saying?
34419, please return to...
Okay, that's a nice thing. Okay, yeah.
So, Speedball, as you know, this is the first one you're watching. Guess what we're going to do in a moment?
Blow ourselves out into space.
Nope. I'm going to do something even more fun. once I gathered up all these power or energy power-ups.
Are you going to land the Pyro GX and open the hatch and then walk out of it?
Sorry, this isn't that kind of game.
So we're not playing Blaster Master then?
No.
No. Ah, we are going outside, though. Okay.
Yep. And as I told the guys last video, we're not actually outside. It's rather, these are...
There's
they're,
there's a skybox and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I get the impression whenever this happens, we're just going to be trapped in a valley, which I guess is fair.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a decently crafted illusion, at least.
It is. Except at one point, when we get to level 10, the illusion gets broken badly. And I'm I'm going to take a moment to just stare at the problem. Just wait for you guys to react.
All right.
So we've gotten a decent amount done. We destroyed a turret. There's apparently a lot of other turrets left. But I'm taking a look at the amount of time remaining in the video, and it's alarmingly big for level 2.
Yep. The levels in this game are huge. The designers were like, oh yeah, players can save at any time, and we have an engine that can handle this.
So we've got these huge levels, and we're saving their position, maybe even the positions of the enemies, too. And,
that map is...
So they're taking that as an excuse to make levels that are so big you might not even complete them in one session.
Yeah. That's exactly what they're doing, and at the time...
It's kind of a shame. The economy of level design in the last 2 games was something I appreciated.
Yeah, obviously it's still early yet, so we're gonna have to see how the pattern is established, but I get the impression they're subdividing the levels in this game more based upon physical location and, like, the amount of stuff you're doing there than necessarily, like, time-size gameplay chunks.
Yeah. One of the ways I put it, like, when I was playing the game, was that it's distinct and discrete between inside and outside play.
So I noticed there's a lot more circle strafing outside.
Well, there's a lot more room to do it outside, for starters.
Yeah, so what might normally be, I don't know, 2 separate facility levels in a game where you might beat one and then have a cutscene where you're outside and then you'd go to the second one, and that would be a separate level. This game makes you just do both of them in the same level.
Sorry, this is me just
On
trying...
the plus side, being outside helps you appreciate the vastness of space even more than being inside, I suppose.
Yeah. And
Have some really long distance shots. Okay, so that red shape is your, that's how that gauge works then.
yeah. So it's just that these levels are so large that using the afterburner is kind of required.
Yeah, so that's why it's kind of pointed over to the right or so. It's to provide a directionality of that gauge.
Mm-hmm. And that's the allied unit that's hiding out until we can blow up all of the these turrets outside.
Yep, so if we blow up all but one, he will still be scared of the last one that's way over in the corner of the level. Got it.
Which is ridiculous considering something that happens about level 9.
Well, geez, if you keep telling us about so much stuff that's going to happen in the future, we're not going to have enough time to appreciate the present.
There's too much present.
Yeah. Who's to say we'll even remember this all anyway?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
I noticed
Especially if there's going to be 5 hours between then and now.
I noticed that the shield power-ups don't really glow anymore, which is not good.
Yeah, now they just kind of look like grape juice, but for blues. So blueberry
Yeah.
juice.
or blue rubber ball floating around in space. Yeah.
Yeah, the good old Super Ball.
You can see again there my complaint about not being able to hit enemies that are right in front of you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you got a lot of good vertical coverage with this either. I guess that's just the artifact of missing those quad lasers.
Yep.
Are there quad lasers?
But even then, it's not going to be that much.
Are there quad lasers
Yes.
in the game?
Yes, there are.
Okay, good.
I guess that's the other problem, is when you're in the early game like this, and they don't seem to be handing out weapons like candy, that obviously means your options are limited too. Which is nice for game design, because that way you know what the player has access to, but at the same time it means that you just have fewer choices for how to deal with these annoying enemies.
Mm-hmm. Remember when you can get a helix cannon on Descent to level 2?
3, actually.
Oh. Level
But yeah.
3.
What? I thought it was 2. What about that? Like, there was a ceiling secret, wasn't there?
Oh, right, yeah, that was the Helix in level 2. The Gauss was in level 3.
Yeah.
I saw
Eh?
I saw someone in the thread who was shocked that you could get it that early.
Yeah, but this game is a lot more stringent about not handing out weapons, like making secret access of weapons.
Man, I'm not sure I can appreciate that kind of design philosophy. But, obviously they're relying upon the impressiveness of their existing, like all these explosive barrels, I guess. But nowadays, when there's, like, so many games competing for your attention, I mean, you gotta give the player a nuke launcher by level 2, or you're just not gonna hold their interest.
Wow.
And as you guys may or may not have noticed, we had our first actual key card picked up in this just now, or a few couple minutes ago. So,
But I don't see an icon for it on our HUD.
nope, you see in the upper left-hand corner it says G1 Security Pass. It means we have the green key.
So, when we get to the lock, do we have to play a hacking minigame to unlock the door?
Nope, we have to make sure that we pick the right key color, otherwise it spawns more enemies.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
that's what that little triangle means. We've got that selected.
Yes.
Oh boy.
That's worse. I
So
would
you have to
taken it-
remember what the text is actually telling you, although I'm sure you'll remember it after a few playthroughs or something.
Is it just a matter of matching
Starting-
colors?
I'm
Yes.
starting to realize why no one ever really talked about this game when it
Thief
came
bot!
out.
It was running away
We
from me.
don't have gratuitous explosions to get rid of them this time, just regular explosions.
There is nothing gratuitous about using an Earthshaker on a thief bot.
At least our headlight doesn't burn through our energy anymore.
No.
God, between that and JC Denton... there we go, quad laser. That
Good.
and JC Denton's flashlight also burning through his vital energy. That was just so annoying in Deus Ex. Those look like load-bearing columns. Can you shoot them, or are those warning stripes for show?
They're for show. Like, this may be, a game that takes sideways, nudge nudge sideways with Red Faction, but there's no terrain destruction in this game. No, I just have...
So I assume that just like they said in the mission briefing, that will damage your ship if you run into it.
Yep. It's lava, just green.
Yeah, fortunately, it doesn't seem like there's much danger of that, since you have plenty of vertical clearance. I'm sure it makes pretty splashing effects. Yep, that's not quite as dramatic as I was thinking, but it's there.
Yeah, but I can't, shoot shoot the acid to make it explode to deal collateral damage to people.
No, you can't, sadly.
Did that robot just tell us to freeze?
Yes. Speedball was right when he said it was a police bot. So, it has to, give you your Miranda rights before it punches you in the face.
I'm not sure I appreciate this amount of sass from enemy robots.
Well, that's also why they keep attacking you. They say put down your arms and put your hands up, and you can't do either of those because you're a ship.
Sorry, I'm just, trying to remember. I want to find secrets in this level because there's actually some useful stuff in them. But at some point in this game, I just give up on trying to find the secrets.
Who left that explosives barrel just lying around in the acid pool? That's just irresponsible.
Turns out it was not an explosive barrel, it was just full of very basic fluid, and when mixed with the acid, that caused a chemical reaction.
So you're saying it wasn't a barrel full of Diet Coke and Mentos, then?
No.
And by the way, just note that just tapping the acid knocked 9% off my shields.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
I mean, Diet Coke is basically toxic waste anyway.
So, 1,250 Vaus rounds before I get the Vaus cannon.
Vaus, you say?
Vaus. Ah!
Is that another thief bot? What was that? Oh, there you go.
It was shaped like a thief bot.
It is the thief bot. Fucker.
It was right up in your face.
I'm glad the advance of technology has allowed the thief bot to look even angrier than it did before.
Oh, you see nothing yet.
Well, at least you respawn pretty close to your power-ups.
And it puts all of your missiles into one convenient package rather than trying to run around and collect 17 different concussion missiles.
Yeah, and the older ones, whenever you blew up, all of your stuff would fly in every direction. Some of it would even bounce off the walls.
So all of your missiles counts as one power-up in that case, but you still have to pick up your super lasers, still have to pick up your quad lasers, still have to pick up your maps, still have to pick up your windshield wiper upgrades.
Yep.
The business. That guy dropped a lot of energy, though.
Yep, he's basically a big, he's basically a what's the word I'm looking for? A treasure chest?
Supervisor bot?
Yeah.
He's like one of those gonk droids in the Star Wars games. If you shoot it, he drops all the energy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what he does. Alright, carefully through here. Just make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yep.
Well, they do seem to have designed the levels around this new polygonal map, at least. Like, we haven't seen a lot of bad overlaps or anything.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any fifth-dimensional levels either.
No, we're not going to see five-dimensional levels in this game. The engine can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yes, and its ability to more accurately represent the real world. We've also lost the ability to represent a fantastic world. I guess you can't fit through there.
I guess you can't fit through there.
No. And this is the geometry. I can't shoot. Oh, sorry, I was able to shoot through the gap.
Yeah, there must be like another rock behind that like angle bracket shaped hole that's just hard to see.
Yeah, it looks like you'd be able to squeeze through there, but no. Nope.
And I'm sure that acid pool is like as hard as concrete too.
Yep. But so you have to go up and over and around the collapse here.
See, those things you can shoot, but the striped columns you can't.
Yeah, it's true. They have been making the explosive things just gray and warning stripe colored instead of the OSHA standard, which is the red explosive barrel.
Yep. I mean, but yeah. So
I must be misremembering Descent 3 with a different game that I saw demonstrated at some point, because I remember it might have been one of the Free Space games, I have no idea, where you had a flare, but when you shot it out, it had like smoke, and it actually looked like a flare instead of just a beam of light.
Yeah, like a road flare or an airplane flare.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what I'm remembering that from.
I've seen it too, so...
Oh boy, pretty effects. Watch that glow travel all the way through the dark tunnel. Neat.
Was it Forsaken? Because I missed that.
Yeah, I think it was Forsaken, but I didn't LP that one.
Okay.
For what it's worth, the thief bot has escaped me, and I don't think I encountered it again for the rest of the level.
Yeah, if levels are this big, then I suppose the thief bot, well, I guess it all depends on how aggressive it feels like being.
Yeah, so you might not get.
But if it wants to go home and sulk in its room, it's got plenty of space to run away from you in.
Yeah. I guess you can leave it alone if it leaves you alone, then.
I don't know, that sounds dangerously tolerant to me.
And as usual, the cop bots aren't going to help you with the thief bot.
No, they don't actually.
Darn stinking fun police.
Oh, but hey, this guy caught fire! Or that guy caught fire temporarily.
Oh, yeah, he did.
From the flare?
From the exploding barrel that was, flame, not explode.
Ah.
So if enemies they do that special dying animation where they catch fire and veer off into the distance, does that also set other enemies on fire?
And you.
And, oh, well. Caution, fire spreads.
Mm-hmm.
Fire hot.
Fire bad, tree pretty.
Well, this isn't, the hard rockin' jams of the first two Descents, but they're definitely going for that late 90s techno vibe thing where it's just, I remember playing so many weird wannabe cyberpunk games from this era of gaming that had music like that.
Alright, we might as well also get this question out of the way while we've got time. Can you get crushed by doors in this game?
I don't think so.
So they'll just not close while you're hanging out in the doorway then?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do that either in the other Descents.
I mean, now that they look like actual modeled objects instead of textures, that question does come into play.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, by the way, I've got the red security pass, even though I haven't used the green one yet.
What the hell was that? It looked like something wiggling in there.
That is the rapid fire upgrade. For 30 seconds, my guns fire twice as fast.
Oh, okay. It's like a pair of running legs.
And
that's what power-ups look like.
And an invincibility power-up.
Okay, so I guess it was supposed to look like two cannons that were going in and out like pistons, but it really just looked like two legs in the slime.
And rapid fire off.
Oh, it's timed.
If there was gravity in here, this would totally be a Quake level.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, I can see it. The caves, the green slime, the doors, the pipes. Yeah.
Now I need to insert a green key here. Otherwise, that guy would be released.
Huh. Oh, now we're...
That's awfully well behaved of that guy to actually sit there and wait patiently instead of trying to snipe you through the grate. I guess he isn't actually infected yet.
But welcome to the actual security prison itself. It's actually not badly designed. Aside from, random geometry effects. But
yeah, I gotta have those jutting frustrums out of the ceiling, otherwise it would just look too flat.
So we had to sneak in through the underground caves for half the level to get into a prison.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's Craig's Cleft Prison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
prisons are where you keep scientists, don't you know?
Yeah, I was just about to say this really is like the.
Less zombies, though.
True.
Yeah, for those of you who don't remember or haven't played, OG Thief had mostly indestructible zombies that you either had to explode or douse your water arrows in holy water to blow up, and enemies like that were thrown in because Thief was an experimental game at the time. Nobody knew what a pure stealth game would be like, so they had some combat. They had the Burricks, which are fart dragons, basically. I'm
just looking in all these cells,
Yeah, look at all of these, whatever they are's in there.
Yeah, I'm wondering, there's almost has to be a secret in one of them. Like, you can actually open one of those cells, right?
Nope.
No, just people.
Yep. So now I have 3 keys, red, yellow, and one other one, and the X-ray key. But
Yeah, they seem oddly disinterested in the spaceship flying around.
yeah.
Oh, they're like, not again. They're all sitting down with their hands over their ears. They're like... Boy, if this is minimum security, I'd hate to see what mid-level security is like.
We'll be there shortly.
Oh, great.
Because in this...
I mean, this is a corporate prison, so, they probably only put, like, the white-collar offenders in here. People who do inside stock trading go here.
Ooh, crack the door.
Yep, it's those reflecting laser barriers.
Oh, goody.
Seems like it's a little harder to see what's on the other side of them now.
Prisoner number 63352.
Yeah.
Energy charger at the top of the tower here, but prisoner transfer bay locked.
Well, that sure sounds like what we want to do right now. We want to transfer him into our ship.
So, I guess there's a focus away from rescuing guys who are just standing there waving their arms going, help us!
Yeah, I mean, like, in the first... Like, when you're going into Descent 3, you realize they couldn't do another game which was Descent and Descent 2 and Vertigo with prettier graphics. There was just no way that having another game that was more of the same.
Yeah, I guess they needed a new, they had to go with this event flag system, because otherwise, if we rescued this scientist guy and then our ship blew up, and we lost our hostage, essentially, that would make it harder to write a story, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. And I am not going to complain too much about the story of Descent 3. I mean, it's still late 90s gaming.
It's a miracle it even has a story.
Yep.
Frankly.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of paper over that. We'll just assume that whenever we respawn in a new ship, that we also get a new scientist too.
Quantum entanglement, something. I want to say that System Shock 2 was the first game that used that excuse for respawning you.
Yeah, we'll just 3D print a new Doctor. I already forgot their name.
Schweitzer.
Yeah. I want to say that the deal in System Shock 1 wasn't quantum entanglement or 3D printing a new you. It's just that, once you were KO'd, all of the evil cyborgs were programmed to drag you off to the med bay to have you turned into another cyborg. But if you flip the switch, the machine just healed you instead of Borgified you. And because if you don't, you get a game over screen of yourself getting inserted into a giant mechanical spider.
Oh, that looked important.
There's a secondary objective in this level. Destroy all the records of the Novak prison, like destroy all the servers. That way, when you kidnap Dr. Schweitzer, they won't have any on-site electronic records to verify like prisoner status and whatnot.
So I guess the primary servers are on the left and the backup ones are on the right.
Actually, there's two separate rooms. Here's the other
neat.
room that has them. Sorry, Speedball. Like I complained about this bitterly in the first level, but just the way everything works out with this game is just so hard for me to play for a while.
It kind of looked like that particular bot was kind of hiding a little bit in the window indentation too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I see exactly what the deal is.
Now, because I'm an utter idiot, I fail to recognize that each of these rooms has 8 server targets to blow up, not 6.
Oh.
So you missed some in the last room you were in.
And in this room, because they're hiding in the back there, covered in black.
What?
Are they behind those 2 monitors?
No, they're right here, like that.
Oh, in the
They're
corner of the room.
Yeah,
They're in shadow.
Wow. Yeah, that is kind of mean.
That's not good design.
That would be easy to overlook.
And then I realized, wait a second.
I sure thought you were done. I trusted you, but I was wrong too.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, now I gotta go back here and blow up that one, and blow up that one. And double check to make sure I blew them all up.
I mean, I guess, to be fair, I guess the guide bot would notice that there were still some servers alive, but, well, it's still important to highlight these things.
Mm-hmm. And me just double checking. Yeah, no, I got them all. I'm good. But that's it for medium security. Let's head for high security.
Hold your pass. Proceed.
That camera looking at you just reminds me of like the door droid from Return of the Jedi. Is that a mournful
Wow,
harmonica
that,
sound?
that's some
whenever
damage
you
there.
get-
Yes, that was a harmonica.
Yeah, plasma is no laughing matter. Wow, you're getting shredded, jeez.
I am. Like...
And you don't even, like, you're kind of stockpiling the homing missiles, I guess because there's something you're going to need them for even more later. Although now's a good time to use them.
Yeah.
But, of course, there's all this stuff. There's these pipes in the way. So they're going to be even better at dodging homing missiles than they would before.
And that's assuming that the homing missiles even track properly. Like, you saw me miss that one guy with the homing missile. I'm like, if this was Descent 2, it would have hit him in the face.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's at least a consistent, like, they probably fixed the issue where it was frame rate dependent, but at the same time, like, it's not going to home perfectly either. And, like, you don't even have anything that's wider, like, spread. Like, you have the missile explosions, and that's it as far as spread goes.
Yep.
I do like the metal fatigue sound whenever the punch bots crash into you. That is a good sound effect.
Yeah, sound design is not bad in this game.
Oh, hey, you have a Vouce rifle now. Neat.
Behold, the Vouce cannon. So... It's not the Gauss cannon. It's not even the Vulcan cannon. It's oh my god, how do I describe it? It sucks. Okay? There's no way around it.
But it's a hit scan weapon, and it explodes. How could it be bad?
Does it explode?
No.
It just looks like it explodes, but it doesn't?
Yeah. Like, it literally uses the same firing path as the lasers. So I lose it on the centerline firing that made the Vulcan and Gauss so powerful.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'll
so
shoot left and
unlike those
right,
narrow
but not-
targets, you're going to be missing half the time.
Yep.
Unless you're, like, right in its face or it's a big target.
Oh, you
And
can
despite the
control
graphics,
what-
it's a single target weapon. Like, it's only hitting whatever it lands on, and that's it.
Huh. That kind of sucks.
It does.
I am
On the other
disappointed.
hand, I'm assuming that means that the enemies don't blow you away with hit-scan Vauss rifle weapons either.
No, they don't. They just blow me away with everything else. Now, on
And
the other hand,
Yeah, it
is
seems like even these regular lasers are doing a pretty good job of destroying you, let alone the plasma.
yeah. But the nice thing about the Vauss,
Sorry about that. A motorcycle just went past my door. That was not a robot. That was a motorcycle.
yeah, no. But the thing about the Vauss is its one redeeming feature is that it does knockback.
Oh, yeah, that's useful.
Yeah, so an enemy hit by Vauss starts, going, getting knocked around a bit, which makes it really hard to keep hitting an enemy.
Yeah, especially if it veers left or right.
Yep,
So the advantage is not such an advantage sometimes.
that's right.
Is there a limit to the amount of lives you have? Because you've been blown away a lot.
The only limit is my patience.
Yeah.
Lives do not matter in this game.
So you will eventually win via attrition alone.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess the spawners will get their chance to respawn all their enemies too, maybe, but besides that, it's persistence and time.
yeah.
You know, at first I kind of liked the sheen you had for your windshield, but now it just makes me think that there's a glass barrier in front of you all the time and that you're gonna hit it.
Yeah, I hope there's an option to turn that off, but I am afraid that the answer will be no.
Actually, there is an option to turn off the HUD.
The whole HUD.
Yeah, you can run it with basically just numbers in corners.
Yeah, kind of like the old display modes, but you can't have this screen, but also not those two smears.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow. Well, we still have a lot to learn about interface design, as it turns out.
Yeah.
But hey, cloaking device.
Neat.
Not that I think I need it at this point, but it's always nice to be able to fly around invisible for 30 seconds.
Okay, which one of you is Dr. Schweitzer? Me!
I am Sporadicus.
Wow, these guys.
Yeah,
are
those
no
guys,
joke.
like, even when you're holding your fire, they're still gonna flood the hallway near where they think you are, so that's rough. Oh, wow. Yeah, that guy was just hiding in the corner, and he's a little, flat kind of robot, so
There we go.
kind of hard to hit.
There's Dr. Schweitzer.
So you will know that it's Dr. Schweitzer because of that incoming transmission message.
Yes. Now what
If
I
you miss that, you're not going to know where he is unless the guide bot tells you.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
At least you can program the guide bot in this one. I kind of like that.
Yeah. But now I have to move Dr. Schweitzer out of maximum security because the rescue bot, or sorry, ship, doesn't want to come down here.
Honestly, I can't blame it.
It's suicide.
It also might just be too big to fit in here.
But now we're crawling through vents.
I mean, with a prison this large, I guess you would need really, really good HVAC units.
Oh, wait till you see what's at the other end here.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess. Is it a huge fan?
Nope. Something even better.
You see, this control room looks like it's meant to be an actual control room. There's levers, there's a floor.
There's those terminals full of scrolling text.
So, in order to release Dr. Novak, we need to cause an explosion. Or something to cause the facility to automatically move prisoners to a safe location.
Remember, safety first when handling all hazardous substances.
Okay.
And so you may have heard the public announcement, be careful when handling dangerous substances. So we have a timing puzzle where you have to drop that bottle into the acid to cause it to explode and begin to fill the lower levels of the prison with more with acid gas.
Huh.
Which is going to slowly start draining your health soon, I imagine.
Nope.
No, this acid's okay. Okay.
It's aerosolized. And that message is just from the transport saying, "Oh my goodness, what happened?"
Yeah, with while they're yawning. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes, I yawned.
At least they're giving us a different reason to get out of here besides just blowing up a reactor every time. Now it's because we caused a horrible chemical leak.
Well, I mean, apparently our ship is fine, but I bet it would stain the hull, and we probably don't want that.
Kinda sucks for the other prisoners, but, whatever.
They don't have names.
And now I just gotta find out where Dr. Schweitzer got moved again.
Oh, he moved while our back was turned.
I guess the prison considers him a high priority target and just moved him somewhere.
Well, because of the dangerous situation down below, all the high and medium security prisoners were moved to the minimum security wings.
Ah!
Now that's how you can tell this game is unrealistic. They actually had space in there to move them, instead of being at 100% capacity. The 90s were a more innocent time when we believed that prisoners actually got to have their own cells to themselves.
Alright, one of these guys is Dr. Novak. I have no idea... Or Schweitzer. I have no idea where he is, because, he has a unique standing animation in the prison cells.
Yeah, this looks like a job for GuideBot.
But because I walked past him, everything connected.
Oh, so the game thinks that you found him because you flew past him, but you haven't actually picked him up yet?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And now just, blowing up all these guys and collecting my power-ups.
It really is a shame that you don't ever get any close range, fist or buzzsaw weapons of your own to counteract these ramming guys.
We get something that's almost as good, short next level, but honestly, it's not that good.
Yeah, I guess the equivalent weapon in Descent 2 would have been the Omega Cannon, but that's more of a late game kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And now I just gotta do... Oh, right, I have to let the prisoner transport in at this point.
Oh. Wow, that is unexpectedly realistic. I thought they were just going to teleport him to the new area while you were down there and you couldn't see it happening.
No.
They're actually going to physically transport the mannequin over to the new cell.
Well, no, he's already been moved. It's the prison, our rescue transport has to get in.
Oh, so they moved him to the minimum security area in anticipation of moving him to the new facility, but when he moves to the new facility, that's when we're going to intercept him and take him where we need to take him.
Pretty much.
But because, of course, he's still in a cell at this point, we can't just take him now. We have to have the prisoner transport authorize, like, it's able to open the door and we can't.
Something along those lines. But right now it's just a case of, there is that tiny enemy behind me. I want it to die.
And you just don't quite have the right tools for the job.
It's not even a thief bot, it's just this small thing.
Yeah, it's like a mosquito if mosquitoes, actually had microwave lasers and could melt your hull.
They do have drills.
That's right. A mosquito, but with a gun.
Look out! He's got a gun! Bang. So screw this.
Wait, you blew up.
That harmonica is getting its, that clip is getting its money's worth.
Is that just like a Shawshank Redemption thing, you know? We get the harmonica because we're in prison and trying to escape?
It wouldn't surprise me at all. But a save game and hit this switch. Now, believe it or not, this is an actual in-game cutscene, an in-game model. You can put your pyro in the way, and it will be, and you can hear the collision sounds as this transport pushes your pyro out of the way.
Oh, great. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
That sounds like you might take actual damage doing that.
Possibly. But now the rest of the level is in-engine cutscene. And when I had to, practice playing the game and whatnot, I had to sit through this every time I had to get prepped for the next level.
Wow.
Yep. But
Sure is taking its time, too.
yep. But that is Dr. Schweitzer rescued, and now we are leaving.
Dr. Schweitzer is happy to be aboard. Good work on the records computer. Looks like total chaos in there. They'll probably never even know he's missing.
Oh, yeah, no. They'll know someone's missing, but not him.
And you only get that line of dialogue if you complete that secondary objective. But that is that for level 2, and I'll see you guys.